Yeah.
So we're standing here with Ty Jeter, one of iMovie's best artists, as the people say. So Ty, you just want to give us a little background about yourself, why you started music, things like that?
Yeah, when I started music was because, first and foremost, I fell in love with old school hip hop. And I always felt it in my heart. Music, instruments, everything. And it's just like from that day forth, when I'm able to get into a booth or something, I said to myself, man, I gotta put some words to one of these beats one day to see how it's gonna come out. And as you can see, I've been doing my thing ever since.
All right. So Ty, what do you have planned for your career? You see a lot of Pittsburgh. There's a few Pittsburgh artists out there that's doing big things. Do you think you can get that far?
I believe I can get that far and even further. Because you can honestly say you got to give respect to those who put the city out there first and foremost, who got us out there. But it's always kind of an easier hurdle for the next person if you come correct, because it's already been out there. So yes, I believe I can go a lot further and do and help somebody else get out there as well. Let's get more artists out there from Pittsburgh.
So, if you did make it that far, how would you go about helping other people from Pittsburgh? From what I'm seeing, the artists that are out there right now, they are helping people from Pittsburgh, but they're not doing a bigger job as they could do.
Well, one, you gotta love your hometown. You gotta love where you come from. I mean, you gotta love it by every brick, for every street, every hood. You gotta love it. So when you get there, you make sure you come home first thing and you dump that back. You like, look, I'm opening up a studio right here back home. I'm gonna have some people work with the local artists. I'm gonna have a radio station where we do nothing but play local MCs so your music can be heard, local R&B artists so your music can be heard. And that way we can build a HQ here in Pittsburgh to make it easy, where Pittsburgh has its own sound. You can't tell us we sound like anybody else but Pittsburgh. That's why they call us Pittsburghers, So with that being said, trust me, Jeter plans on working very hard if this thing goes the way I plan it.
So, what kind of sound you think Pittsburgh has? Yeah, I'm not actually from Pittsburgh. I came here 2-3 years ago. But from what I see, Pittsburgh has this down south sound where I feel like they're copying. You think the same thing?
I gotta say no. But I also could say maybe yes in a way, because you figure most Pittsburghers are from the South, We got a lot of family from North Carolina, Atlanta, and so on up. So the country accent is a part of our Pittsburgh dialect. You got to understand that. When you go to Philadelphia, that's the east side of Pennsylvania, first and foremost. It's a little faster. Philadelphia is 24/7, where Pittsburgh, as you can see, is more laid back.
Yeah, definitely.
It's smaller, but there's always some trouble in every black community or any city you go to. There's a gun as well, and there's drugs. Yeah. You can't count a Pittsburgher out like we don't know what we're talking about, because yes, we do. Yeah. But that's no disrespect to no one else. So when you hear that country accent, it's because we are the western side of Pennsylvania. That's why, to me, Pennsylvania is such a special state. You're getting a taste of everything in this state. You got Philly, brotherly love over there, nice MCs. And then you got over here in Pittsburgh, where we got, kind of a West Coast feel, but cool, laid back. But also we got an up north vocabulary. So it's kind of like, damn, what you gonna do with that? How you gonna bring that to the table?
Yeah, I think that would make a great album, I think that would bring a great style of Pittsburgh if we actually use those things. So, what do you think about overall music in general?
Overall music, like right now, I can't say what everybody else does who sees this frame here. It's up and down. Like, I can't understand it, you know what I mean? And actually, I don't take nothing from it, because as an artist, I'm so busy trying to get to the next level and better myself. I really don't have much time to listen to it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you what nobody's doing right now, but what my camp is doing. And somebody else who's working with my camp that's trying to say there's a hole in the bucket out there. I'll tell you that. And there's no good music. There's no music you can chill to. There's no music you can just kick it to. There's always something you got to show your ass to, and that's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, one of the reasons why we definitely started this music magazine was because we felt like music industry, taking a crapper. A lot of artists that are coming out right now are just, they are talented, but they don't really give a shit. So, in general, do you think that musicians are still artists?
I gotta say no. I gotta say no. Musician is one thing. Like, if you're an artist to me, you gotta want to be that best musician you want to be. So it's kind of like most artists will get stuck on one thing and stay on that one thing, and that's gonna cripple you. Where if you're a musician, you're like, I hear a billion things. My one album will never sound like the one you got last year because I'm on something totally different, but I'm still on that good concept of creating variety music and true music that comes from the soul. You know, everything doesn't have to go as commercial as you want it to go. And actually, it's us as the people who make commercial music. You know, you gotta be like, look, this ain't how we get it every day. This ain't how people live. Look around you, you know? And I'm gonna go from there. Like, to me, they're two separate things. You cannot combine both. And we got too many of the negative on right now. What should I say out there, you know? Yeah. And we're losing a lot of love in hip-hop. We're losing a lot of the true character. Like, I'm not saying don't speak for your modern time and your generation, but you cannot convince me that everybody in this section is doing the same thing. You cannot convince me that that's happening. You just can't. You know, you're insulting our intelligence as a men and people, and hip-hop artists ourselves.
So, I mean, would you stay independent, or would you go major if you had the chance?
I mean, I think you should do whatever works for you. I would go indie for a little bit, but I want to be major. You know, I want to see what that's like, because I want the whole world to know that, hey, I came from the same thing, but I ain't nothing like y'all at all. You know what I mean? I do what I want when I want, but I do it in a positive way. Do it in a giving back way. Like, look, I'm willing to go out here and do the groundwork for whoever's willing to go with me on this ride. To do just better things, you know what I mean? To get this city out of the pits. Like, look, there's some talent in Pittsburgh. I am not the nicest dude here in the city. I'm gonna repeat, I'm one of them, but there's a whole bunch of other people here who's hitting that just need to come on out here and put it on the line.
So, you know, you're shooting a video tonight. What video are you shooting?
I'm gonna shoot a little bit of Jeter Express. It's a jam I worked on coming home from college. You know, always off the interstate, back home, missing my family. And just, I would always think on that highway, you know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do in the next 5 years? Or when this is over, this part of my life, you know, I'm going back home. What am I gonna do? And that's where all of it kind of comes from. And it's also my coming back out as an MC. Like, look, I'm home now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I should have done like 4 years ago. I've been taking time off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna come full speed. I'm gonna press full course. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna push to the next level. So anybody out there who's willing to do that, you might want to get with me. It's just the way I do it.
But we just definitely want to thank you, you know, for doing this little interview with us, Ty. And you want to give any shout outs? I'm gonna step out the way real quick.
I just gotta say shout out first and foremost to Bass Barbershop, Good Times Barbershop, Uptown, East Hills, The Hill, Homewood, Larimer Avenue, all of that, Penn Hills, my whole inner city, matter of fact. I'm doing this for y'all. Trust me, working hard daily. You dig? My man Mook album coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? We got the Omore album in stores now. Ty Jeter Highway Music is on the way. Video shoots. I'm loving myself right now and my crew. What can I say? We blessed. Big shout out to my man Ice for my photography. My band Rodney. Who else? M Tom. Can't forget M Tom. And watch out for that R&B album. You know what I'm saying? Credo Gang TMD. Let me tell y'all right now, we out. Ty Jeter. First class.